Hello everyone, Index here, and today I'll be teaching you what to do instead if you do any of these things in Rocket League. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. So if you are in the lower ranks, you either fall under one of these two categories, a ball chaser or a goalie. Now I'll explain why both are bad and what you should do. First, let's start off with being a ball chaser. Now a ball chaser is a person who chases the ball the entire game. The biggest problem with ball chasers is that they don't realize that rotation is needed in order to become a better player. The basic definition of rotating in Rocket League is just moving your car around to adapt to each situation. Ball chasers do not have this trait, which is bad for them and will cause them to stay stuck in a certain rank. For all those ball chasers out there, learn to rotate. It will seriously increase your odds of winning and increase your chances, especially in 2v2s and 3v3s, where it's important to rotate way more heavily. Most ball chasers want to get into the play as fast as possible, and they want to score as fast as possible. But what they don't realize is that they need to conserve their boost and get boost and just rotate properly. Ball chasers are the definition of brute forcing until you win, which is bad in every Rocket League game. The difference between Rocket League and most other games is that you can't brute force your way to winning. It isn't like a game like Fortnite where all you have to do is just aim and shoot. It requires actual tactics and smart plays in order to win. Instead of saying, go, 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 I have to reach the ball as fast as I can, say, they're already really close to it. They'll get the first touch. I probably should go back to defend. Because in a game like Rocket League, it's important to think before you act, and not act before you think. Before we get into goalies and why I think that they're bad, I have linked down in the description some videos to help ball chasers learn how to rotate properly. Now that we're in this section of the video, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get back to goalies. A goalie is a person dedicated to sitting in the net the entire game. The problem with being a goalie is that you're putting your teammates with a disadvantage. Let me try to explain this for all of you goalies out there. If it's, let's say for example, a 2v2 game, and you goalie, you're leaving your one other teammate to go up against two people. Now, what happens if they're not goalieing? One of them is not goalieing. Then that person has to go through two people to score. This means that you are not doing anything for majority of the game and leaving it up all to your teammate to win the game. Excuse me? Yeah, that's not gonna work out. A teammate should help their team get the win, not sit there and wait for the ball to come to them. By being a goalie, you will never be able to learn how to shoot the ball, how to win games by yourself, which is a fundamental in 1v1s. Let me give you an example of how bad this can be for your team. Let's say your teammate gets demoed, and now it's up to you to clutch up and defend. You miss, you can't touch the ball, and they score on you. You now have a score disadvantage, and you're still goalieing. You're still putting your teammate through the 1 versus 2, which you know he just got demoed in and can't handle by himself. All the enemy team has to do is just get the score advantage and then get the ball away from your teammate the entire game by passing to each other. That's all they really have to do. There's a Reddit post that embodies everything I'm trying to tell you guys. So I'm gonna put it on the screen. Just pause and read it. Goalies need to learn how to rotate and position properly, just like how ball chasers need to learn how to rotate and position properly. They both need the same thing in order to become better players at Rocket League. Ball chasers and goalies need to learn to have diversity in their tactics and not just do the same thing for the entire game. In lower ranks, you might have a good chance of using these strategies to win, but you will never rank up in the process. That's why I think that it's important to realize that these strategies are old and outdated and don't really work in the current meta. If you thought that this video was good, please subscribe and please like this video. I spent a long time working on it. And yeah, enjoy your day. Bye.